Today we'll be reviewing 3 different graphics tablets and deciding which one's the best for a graphic designer. Here I have the Wacom Intuos Pro Medium, and it doesn't have a screen on it, but that is why I have the next one here, which is the XP Pen Artist with a 15.6-inch screen that I recently got on Prime Day. And then I also have the iPad Pro with a 12.9-inch screen. This one's a bit different as it's the only standalone graphics tablet I'll be reviewing. Also, just wanted to say I have no affiliation with any of these brands. So just starting with the Wacom, the packaging and the quality just feels very high with the Wacom tablet here. Also, I don't know if I'm saying Wacom right or if it's like Wacom or something. Don't hurt me. Oh, I have an idea. Let's start with the Wacom tablet. The packaging feels very branded towards Wacom or Wacom. Here you can see once we open it, we have a little welcome. Let's move this thing. We have a little welcome packaging, and then once you lift this up, it has the tablet and the pen holder and the pen, each in their own little compartments here. The pen holder is actually a very clever design. As you can see, if you unscrew the bottom here, the nibs and the nib remover are just inside there for the pen. The pen should come with one in it as well, so that's not really a problem right now, but it's just good for the future. The pen feels very silicone or rubbery on the outside. It's a nice feeling for when you're using it for a long time. And setting up this tablet on your computer isn't difficult at all, but out of the 3, I'd say it's the most difficult, or I guess out of the 2, since the iPad doesn't need to be set up on your computer. I'm not sure if they've updated the driver installation process since I've last used it, but I definitely remember some issues when setting it up. And I believe the more updated version of this tablet does not have this pen holder. It has one more relative to the XP Pen design, which I don't really like because this one feels a lot more sturdy when trying to maneuver around your workspace. I often see myself knocking my pen over. And I used this tablet for a while when I first got it, but the lack of a screen is a huge setback. I've also spoken to a few other graphic designers, and they said they'd suggest saving up for a tablet with a screen. The Wacom brand feels very strong and long-lasting, but a screen makes a huge difference in the workflow and brings me more joy when working. The price for the Wacom seemed a bit steep, as it's about $500 Canadian for this tablet without a screen, which is more than I paid for the XP Pen that included a screen. The next one up is the XP Pen. Instantly when opening the packaging, I noticed a lack of branding on the box, especially on this inner one compared to the Intuos one, where it said Intuos on here. This one, it just feels like a normal cardboard box. But once we open it, we can see that the tablet is in here. There we go. So overall, I feel like the experience is a little less engaging compared to the Wacom box. But once we pull out the tablet here, we can see that it has another little box underneath. And then in this box is a bunch of plastic bags with the pen, the holder, and a bunch of little nibs and stuff that come inside. So unlike the Intuos, the pen holder where it had the nibs inside the pen holder, and I've already taken these out of the packaging, or the pen holder here. This does have a nib remover on the bottom, which is kind of cool. So you essentially just stick the pen in here, pull it against on an angle, and then pull it out. But aside from that, it's pretty basic, just a pen holder. But nonetheless, setting up this tablet was very easy. Their new driver has a better UI, and it seems like they're interested in constantly improving their products. This is similar to Wacom with their updated product design in the Intuos Pro. The screen had no calibration issues and no scratches yet. Setting up keybinds is difficult in the old UI, but now it feels really easy, even in specific programs. Like let's say you want this button here to be undo in Blender, but you maybe want it to be save in Photoshop. And I believe on Prime Day, I paid about $320 for this. And the screen is a huge upgrade, but I feel like the quality is subpar in comparison to the Wacom tablet. I feel like this is a great tablet for any sort of starter, or someone wondering if a tablet is worth it for them in the long run, just to build an understanding and see if they'll be using it, before getting the best of the best equipment, which might not be necessary. And finally, we have the Apple iPad Pro, which is a whole different ballpark as it's a standalone tablet. This means you cannot use programs from your computer, but rather whatever is available from the App Store. We'll review this like it's just any other one, so the packaging is obviously very nice as it's Apple. This is the 4th generation, so it has the 4 cameras in the back. Doesn't really matter though, because it's just used for drawing. The price for the 128GB version of this tablet is about $1,200 Canadian. The iPad does not come with the pen, which is an additional $160 Canadian. And then since it's portable, you want to protect it, and the only decent cases are about a minimum of $180 Canadian, and this is for the wrong generation, but it doesn't matter because the only thing that's different is the camera in terms of the external layout. These costs definitely add up and make this the most expensive solution for a graphic designer tablet by far, but price aside, Procreate is what most designers use on the iPad, and the UI is very easy to learn with a lot of resources on Instagram and YouTube. The auto smooth feature is very useful in Procreate, and it makes drawing very easy. So drawing something like a circle can just be done like this, holding it down. And you can do this. You can also edit the shape here, make it more like 3D looking or like an oval. The only thing I'd say that's bad about the iPad is that it dies very quickly. If you're traveling often with it, I would recommend a power bank. I'd also recommend not buying the larger storage space if you're just using this to draw, as it's a waste of money. Getting started on the iPad seems a lot easier than the other two, as you don't need any setup process, just setting up the iPad and then installing Procreate. And the cool thing about the pen is that it attaches to the side magnetically and it also charges it. The other tablet pens don't need to be charged, but they also don't have cool features like double tapping to switch to the eraser. So now that we can erase and then double tap and we can draw again, just like that. So now that we've reviewed most of the important factors for each of these tablets, I think it's time to decide which one's the best. For someone traveling and someone that's experienced with graphics tablets, I would go with the iPad, or if you need it when you're traveling no matter what, and maybe you don't have any experience, the iPad is probably the best. When that's just starting and not sure which one to get, I would probably go with this XP pen with the 15.6-inch screen. And I wouldn't really recommend this tablet at all, but if you have a higher budget and you're a little more experienced with graphics tablets, I would go with the Wacom Cintiq, as the quality in Wacom is just much higher. Thank you all for watching the video. Sorry I didn't upload last week. I didn't have enough time to put effort into a video, and I didn't want to upload something I didn't put effort in. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, feel free to leave a like on the video. If you want to see more content from me, feel free to leave some suggestions in the comments, as well as subscribing with notifications on for the future uploads. Hope you guys have a great day, and peace out. I need to get over, like, the awkwardness of it. Okay. Today I'll be reviewing three different graphics tablets and deciding which one's the best. What do I do with my hands?